You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Road Rant for Black and White Sports. Let's talk about the Sunday Night Football ratings. Last night was the Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams are fighting for their playoff lives in the NFC least. It is a god-awful division this year. But many of you have said, well, you know what, Rhodes, we're just not going to watch this year or next year. Some of you forever. And for a lot of different reasons. The NFL went super woke the first week of the season. All kinds of social justice messaging, activism, celebration of criminals, and people that won't stand up. 1776, available in the merch store. By the way, I love this shirt. This is my favorite shirt that we've actually got. And people disrespected the American flag and the national anthem by kneeling. That pissed a lot of you off, understandably so. Now, I was able to do a little research because I like to try to gauge popularity of teams because that will influence ratings, right? Well, there's a couple of good things about this particular rating and what I can compare it to. Number one, a website called WSN.com, they were able to rank the most popular NFL teams based on social media following. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, okay? Based on followers, based on likes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's how they put it all together. Well, you know, outside of essentially the Cowboys versus the Patriots or the Cowboys versus the Steelers or something like that, this would have been one of the most highest possible rated games. The Cowboys are number one. The Patriots were number two, by the way. The Cowboys were number one. And the Eagles are number six. Okay? So you're talking about two teams with a real national fan base. The Philadelphia Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys. And we also have week 7 last year. This was week 8. Yesterday was week 8. Week 7 of last year, these same two teams played. Well, last night's ratings was a 15.7. You might be like, whoa, that seems high. It is high for this season where the ratings are down. But this same game in week 7 of last year drew 21.5 million viewers. So you're talking about the fact that nearly 6 million viewers didn't bother to show up for last night's game versus the game last year. That is significant. 6 million viewers is a ton of viewers. Look, the NFL is a different beast compared to the NBA, okay? So for the NFL, when they have their most popular team and their sixth most popular team not getting nearly the kind of love that they've been getting, the NFL should be very concerned about that. Very concerned. And by the time the game was over, and I was able to find this, by the time the game was over, they only had 14 million people watching it. Okay. And in case you're wondering, if you're like, well, I tuned in for an hour, what does that do? Blah, blah, blah. These games are broken up in ratings for each hour that it's on. And then they average those hours together, and that's where you get your rating. So if you're like, well, I'm going to tune in for the first quarter, but then I'm getting out of there. That does affect the ratings. It will affect the last, if it's on 2 more hours, it'll affect the ratings for the last 2 more hours. So they had 1.7 million that bailed by the time the game was over, okay, last night. So, look, the NFL ratings are down, period. They're down, period. I've had people come through here, your little beta boys, your SJWs, soy boys, trying to defend the sports ratings, or especially baseball. For whatever reason, there's a section of soy baseball fans that just got irate over those World Series videos. Well, the ratings are down across all sports. And blah, blah, blah. And everybody knows, and they start spouting these liberal media sources. Well, they're down across all sports because all sports decided to go woke and people turned off all sports. You dumb shits. Not that hard. Tomorrow is election day. Black and White Sports will be live streaming tomorrow evening. John Matrix, Rhodes Rants, following Trump 2020. Tell us what you think, Black and White Sports fans. Sunday night ratings still suck. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.